What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, on the last episode of The Boys, pretty much the boys themselves went to an expo of religion and Christianity and stuff. And on their little journey, Hughie had his little interrogation with Stretchy Arm dude, Mr. Fantastic, or whatever you call him. And pretty much, they got the information about the compound V and how it's being supplied to like babies and infants and stuff at an abundance of hospitals and stuff. So Butcher and Mother's Milk obviously went to one of them and pretty much found them a sample of it and stuff, and they got it for their own selves. And then, they also got into that little shootout business, and man, Butcher, using a baby to his advantage, of course, he would do something like that. Also, Homelander, my favorite character on the show now. He's pretty much, getting the people more on his side and stuff, doing all these different heinous acts of manipulation, just messing with people, saying what they want to hear, pretty much getting them on his side so that way it could benefit him in the long run. Oh, and also Hughie and Starlight, they're both warming up to each other even more. They both have confessed to one another their feelings on different matters, stuff that they're going through, and all that. It was a really nice moment. They both, they're both bonding, and they're both really understanding each other and starting to understand each other's pain and stuff. It's bringing them more closer together. And also, I don't know the Japanese girl's name, but Frenchie, he seems to got her on our side now, the boys' side. So that should be a much needed ally, especially when she's also a super herself. So let's go ahead and get right on into episode number 6 of The Boys, The Innocents. And here we go. All right. Bot Studios. Homelander in a commercial. I wouldn't know. I mean, obviously the people themselves don't know, but there's no way I would trust that dude with my child. Like, even if he was a good at heart person, I just would feel so uncomfortable with someone that strong around my kid. Like, I don't know. The public is outraged. Every time he does that awkward staring and stuff, it makes me think he's about to envision something. Okay. Oh my God. Bruh, I can't with this dude. Any moment he sees something out of line that doesn't fit his picture, it's going all to hell.
I have a lot to think about.
Yeah, you got a lot of plans you want to digest and go through so that you could be back on the winning side. Because right now you taking L after L's.
Hey, you knew Popclaw, right?
What? I don't,
You guys were in Teenage Kicks together?
Oh, he knew her all right.
Away, yeah. Yeah,
It was. Not the way you think it was, though.
now. Pretty
Straight
sure
from the
this
heart.
is written by the marketing guys.
She's got the true heart of a hero. You could tell that like Maeve also wants to be good with things that she does, but at the same time she knows she has to keep up this persona because she's been in it more longer and stuff.
would you like me to change it?
to me.
That's talking?
Oh, she communicated anyway?
I
She
mean,
makes up
yeah,
like up?
she communicated, so
I wonder
that's
if
something. She might be a mute. Honestly, now that I think about it, she could be a mute.
And she's out of order.
Two going on a mission together. Was that like a
Hey,
stick
everybody.
they got to hold for whenever they're confessing things?
So I'm kind of a writer. I work in marketing. There's this one hero who shall remain nameless, but we were, being intimate when she climaxed and accidentally turned into ice. Just for a second. But I was,
Oh no.
still
Oh
in there
no.
at negative 343
Oh my
degrees.
god.
You should be out there with a
Butcher realizes that Hughie is falling in love with her, and he brought him here just so he could prove a point about how dating a superhero is pretty much a bad thing. Damn, man. I still can't get over that dude with the whole story with him and the ice woman. Oof. This is a long pause. Oh, shit. Oh, is that why he has such a vendetta against Homelander?
Jesus.
Damn. That's a lore drop. Now I see why he was idly staring him down at that race. He just been uh blanketed up to this point, like never actually getting to experience things that he wanted to experience and always being around fake stuff. Oh, okay. I see. They're gonna use him to see if she can communicate through him and stuff. Because up until now, she hasn't really said anything. She might, like I said it earlier, she might be a mute. Man, I don't know. I know she's misunderstood, but she has too many moments where she kind of flips out a little bit, so I don't really know.
Flynn?
Butcher.
Yep. Queen Maeve. Chest out. Oh, that hurt. They got the fake rain and shit in the background. That's funny.
I'm gonna need 5 minutes, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, we're at a reality show.
Are they following them?
What are you even doing?
Nah.
I would never turn up to your work.
I was worried about you.
I had a bad night.
This
Y'all gonna get that poor boom mic
television
man
for everybody
killed.
else, but not.
Are you filming, Courtney? I told you to turn the fucking cameras off. We cut a while ago. We're setting up a shot for later.
Hey, y'all ass. And the funny thing is, Homelander is the only one so far who can actually convey things and make it sound like it's actually true. Whereas everyone else just says shit, you could just tell it's a lie.
He's just a dad with his kid. He's a fucking soup with a kid. What the fuck were you thinking coming in the bed and that?
All right, now, Butcher. I don't think you got to do all that now. Every time this man sees a soup, as he says, he
Love it.
gets a little twist-headed. Kind of like with Hughie when he goes into his little face. I don't know, man. After breaking my wrist the first time, I don't think I could do it. Like, no. Oh, is that him? Hmm. I see Hughie. Make that move. Uh, uh. Bag and grab. Mission complete. Damn, bruh. You really gonna threaten him like that? Come on, Butcher. Alright, this look like it might. Yep, that's the end of the episode. Okay, well. Alright, that's the end of the episode. Now let's stop this thing because it likes to automatically go to the next one. Okay. Alright, that is episode number 6 of The Boys, The Innocents. And I gotta say, there's not a lot of innocent people in this. Going from Butcher to Homelander, Hughie, shit, even the Deep. Like, I mean, you know, everyone's going through their different trials and tribulations. You know, they have suffered from something from their childhood, or they're suffering from something right now. You know, at the end of the day, they're all just going through different phases and stuff, and now they have to overcome that trauma in some way or some fashion. But either way, it seems like with Butcher and Homelander, it's starting to be a yin and yang type of thing, like heads and tails of the coin. You know, Butcher was wronged by Homelander for his actions and stuff, and then Homelander was obviously robbed from his oppressors, which are probably the Compound V people, as they showed him in the lab as a baby and stuff. So it seems like everyone's obviously got some kind of dealing, whether if it was from their past or what's happening to them right now, with Homelander having to put up that fake persona and Butcher having to go through his little meta phase of realizing, you know, he wants Homelander taken down, but he doesn't realize that. I mean, there's kind of nothing you can do right now. I mean, until you can figure out what Homelander's weakness is and what you can do, then there's not really much that you can do to stop him. So, yeah. Oh, also Hughie, looks like he done bagged it. You know, he done got the girl. So that's a pretty good thing for him. You know, it helps him get over his little trauma and stuff. Obviously, you know, Robin, you know, getting killed like that was definitely something he didn't want, but it's good to see him starting to actually get back on the straight and narrow, not feeling like what happened to her was something that has to burden him and stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, we also learned, I can't remember the girl's name. It's Kim something. I can't remember. I had to look it up and see, but yeah, that's episode number 6. So we'll come right back on here for episode number 7. So make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.